Are you making loads of money on OnlyFans currently and are now worried about your tax implications? If you don't know where to start for the money you made on OnlyFans and your tax bills are going to keep you up at night, you came to the right video. We will answer the 5 most in-demand questions we receive from OnlyFans content creators, and we'll do it right now. Hey guys, Alan Chen here, CPA. We've been getting a good deal of DMs from OnlyFans content creators in our inbox, and we decided to create this video to be a sort of a directory for the questions so that we can put you guys out there at ease if you guys happen to find great success on the OnlyFans platform. So let's get started. Question number 1. What tax form should I worry about on OnlyFans as a content creator? And what is a 1099 form? And why did OnlyFans send me one? So, as an OnlyFans content creator, I'm going to make a couple assumptions about you. 1 is you just started out, and 2 is you have not decided to incorporate, such as forming an LLC, C Corp, or partnership. This actually makes your tax life very simple. You are what IRS consider self-employed, and what you'll receive from OnlyFans is most likely what they call a 1099 form. This will indicate basically your total earnings for the year. But don't panic if you don't get one. They will only send you one if you earn more than $600 in earnings this year. So if you have not reached this mark and you're just dabbling in OnlyFans, seeing if it's right for you, most likely you won't receive one, and the IRS will not be expecting a tax return from you as far as your OnlyFans earnings. You may have other earnings from other sources. I will only plan to file a tax return if you got a 1099 form. The most important thing on a tax return for you is what they call a Schedule C, a profit or loss from business form. The schedule is where you would put on all your earnings for your business, right, for your OnlyFans business, and then you also get to deduct any kind of business deductions related to your business, which brings up to our next question. Number 2, what are some tax deductions that can really help reduce my taxes? So for OnlyFans content creators, I want to gather some of the top expenses that may pertain to you. This include the following categories. 1, transaction fees, so the portion taken by OnlyFans as their service fee. 2, uniforms used for your OnlyFans content creation. 3, self-employment tax deduction. The IRS treats the employer portion of the self-employment tax as a business expense and allows you to deduct it accordingly. It is important to note that the self-employment tax refers to Social Security and Medicare tax, similar to FICA paid by an employer if you were just working for, Domino's or working as a waitress, working at many jobs, I would say. When a taxpayer takes a deduction of 1/2 of the self-employment tax, it is only a deduction for the calculation of that taxpayer's income tax. It does not reduce the net earnings from self-employment or reduce the self-employment tax itself. So remember to keep that in mind. So you're going to be responsible for paying the first 7.65%, whether you're self-employed or work for someone else. And when you work for someone else, you're indirectly paying the employer portion because that's money your employer can't afford to add to your salary, basically, because they'll be paying it out of their pocket. Some other great deductions you should think about is home office deduction, right? For basically you're operating your business out of your home, so you get a great deduction for that. Internet and phone bills, health insurance premium, because you're self-employed. If this happens to be your only job, you get to deduct the amount of premium you pay for your health insurance every month. This is only the case if you're not eligible through your spouse's or your own employer's health insurance plan, then you can deduct your self-employed health insurance premium. You can also deduct premiums that you paid to provide coverage for your spouse and dependent and your children who are younger than 27 at year end, even if they aren't dependents on your taxes. These are great deductions, I feel like, that you should really take into account when you're running your business, especially if your OnlyFans starts growing bigger and bigger and you start getting a sizable income from that part of your business. Meals is another great deduction. A meal is a tax-deductible business expense when you are traveling for business, at a business conference, or entertaining a client. The meal cannot be lavish, extravagant under the circumstance, and in the past, you can only deduct 50% of the meal's actual cost if you keep your receipt, or 50% of the standard meal allowance if you keep record of the time, the place, and business purpose of your travel, but not your actual meal receipt. Both methods are fine. However, starting this year, deductions have been amended according to this new Congress Act, which basically allow you to take a temporary allowance for a full deduction of business meals. So 100%. So temporarily allows 100% business meal deduction for your meals. So this is awesome. If you're running your OnlyFans and you happen to start attending events or trade shows as part of your OnlyFans business, then you get 100% deduction on all your meals that you're taking. This really is more encompassing than you think. Even if you go and talk to a business partner, if you're trying to do a stream where you're working with someone else and you're collaborating, that would be a business purpose trip, right? If you're in LA, you're traveling to San Francisco to collaborate with another OnlyFans content creator, that would definitely count under this category. So it also counts if you're traveling someone to find new customers, if you're traveling to meet with clients, or learning new skills directly relating to your business, right? If you're going to learn about how to become a better OnlyFans content creator, that will all count. So make sure to keep good and accurate receipts and record of your business travel expenses and activities. And yes, business travel will also be another great deduction. So any kind of your, I'll say your airfare, your baggage fees will all be included also in it, and it will be tax deductible. A lot of these things that you should watch out for to make sure that you don't have to pay more taxes than you really have to on your OnlyFans earnings. So don't worry if you start earning a little bit of money. There's actually tons of deductions that you can take. And if you do want to learn more about how you can take advantage of the business travel and also squeeze in some free travel, we really recommend you watch our video on just that topic. How to get free personal travel during your business travel. We have a video just for that. Another great deduction is vehicle use, right? If you use your vehicle a lot to go to the store to buy things that helps your OnlyFans business, you can deduct the mileage for each trip. That is a taxable deduction. The easiest way is to use the standard mileage rate that's determined annually by the IRS. 2020, standard mileage rate was 57.5 cents. And in 2021, that's 56 cents per mile. So all you have to do is take how many miles you travel for business in a car and multiply it by 56 cents, and that's the amount of deduction you get to take. Number 3, do I need to make estimated quarterly tax payment as an OnlyFans creator? Great question. This question really depends on how much you're making on your OnlyFans account. If you're making less than 6 figures, then I think you can safely still make payments on an annual basis. There could be a penalty involved, but it won't be substantial. I say that because I realize people don't like being bothered to figure out tax issues all year long. But yes, technically, it is always a good idea when you run your own business to think about tax as an all-year event instead of just April 15 or this year, May 17, because of what went on with the pandemic. If you do make more than 6 figures a year, I strongly encourage you to start making quarterly payments, and the deadlines are April 15, June 15, September 15, and January 15 of the following year. Question number 4, would it be smart for me to set up an LLC for my OnlyFans business? Also, another great question. So in case you don't know, an LLC provides protection for your business and for yourself. It limits your personal liability that you have in case that you do something that gets you sued or a lawsuit, so that they can't come after your personal assets, right? So if you get sued, they can't go and take your house and your car away. LLC is quite easy to get these days. There's a lot of great service out there that you can do and get you an LLC. I'll recommend this data service is Zim Business because they just make things so easy. And we'll provide a link in our description for you. And this is recommended only if you're treating OnlyFans as a business, like a real legitimate business and something that you'll continue to do for many years. You do plan to see your activity and your revenue level grow over the years inside OnlyFans. So I definitely recommend you go ahead and set up an LLC and provide protection for yourself. Question number 5, what are other things I need to worry about? Sales tax, business license, local and state taxes, penalties, what else? Yes. So this is a cover-all question. So I'll start answering this as much as I can. I'll just give you my spiel on it. So sales tax, I would think, does not pertain to most OnlyFans content creators. The only time this will trigger is if you happen to have, I would say, a merch store or print-on-demand setup to go along with your OnlyFans setup, as this will cross over to the e-commerce world, and that's the only time you'll have to start worrying about sales tax. As far as acquiring a business license, yes, that may be necessary depending on what state you are in. However, it's another one of those factors that comes down to how much your earnings are, right? If it's worth your time to do that. If you're earning a great deal, or you plan to keep growing your OnlyFans business, and versus you're just starting out and testing the waters and may quit in 2 months, that's how you determine if you need a business license and you should look into it. Of course, Besides federal taxes that you may have to pay, you should know that your state and possibly local jurisdiction may also want a piece of the pie of your earnings. If you're lucky enough to live in a state that has no state income tax, such as Nevada, Tennessee, or Texas, then you're in luck. You don't have to add this to your tax list to do this year. Or you can also move to one of those states, right? There's nothing stopping you being an online content creator. If you are a off OnlyFans content creator and you're making greater than 6 figures, I would recommend you seek some professional help to help you not only just file your taxes, but also help with your bookkeeping and consultation service. This will greatly ease the burden on you. And if you hire someone that understands your business model and your business expense needs that you can take, they can also ensure that you don't overpay on your taxes and make sure you maximize your savings and your cash flow and keep every penny you deserve for your OnlyFans business. And if you do want to learn more in depth about topics like this, we do recommend you check our link in our bio for our online course titled Tax-Free Ecom, Hyperdrive Your After-Tax Profit, to learn how you can save tens of thousands of dollars on your taxes every year, and business strategies that will open your eyes on all the advantages you should be using that billion-dollar companies utilize to grow their business. Along with that course, it comes with a consultation call. So if you do have a lot of questions for your business, you can use that consultation call to ask me about anything that's bothering you or on your mind, and we'll be happy to spend that hour answering each and every question in detail for you. Anyway, that's it for now. I hope all you OnlyFans content creators found value in that video. If you have any comments or questions for me, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below. And if you did appreciate this and if you did like the video, please give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on other tax advice that will help your online business save even more money in the future. And if you have other questions that I didn't answer for you, feel free to let me know and maybe make a part 2 for this video so that I can answer those questions for you too. Thank you so much and have a great day ahead, and hope you guys all have great success on OnlyFans. See you guys later.